We live in a world where many popular preachers will promise you that when you come to Christ, you won't have much trouble, and that He will make you rich, and that the faith is really all about you living your best life now. But that's not what Jesus said. He said this to His followers: "In this world, you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer." Jesus let His followers know that to be on His side is not always easy. Sometimes it comes with loss, sometimes persecution, but in the end, following Him pays off. And so, whether you are enduring a tribulation moment now or in the future, how do you get through it? By remembering what the first Christians went through. When it seems like hard times are surrounding you and people are coming against you, financial crisis looms over you, don't be like people these days. Many of us these days are soft and have no backbone to endure hard times, because we've been set up to think this journey is supposed to be easy. But the first Christians, they knew the truth, that life is hard. It's often a test. And if you pass in the resurrection, then all tears will be wiped away. Look at what Apostle Paul had to endure. He was beaten many times, but he didn't stop. He continued to travel place to place, preaching the gospel, and he was often stoned for it. People lied on him and rejected him. But somehow, he still pressed forward for Christ and said that he had joy. When he was thrown in prison, rather than sulking in defeat, he praised God until the chains broke off of his feet. Through all of the hard times, he endured, and he made it his life's mission to still represent Christ. Why? Well, take a look at what he says. If only for this life we have hope, then we are to be pitied more than all people. You see, he was making the point that if his faith was only about what good things he could get out of this life, then he should be pitied. Because the first Christians, they didn't have big houses with job security and perfect families. No, they were often rounded up and slaughtered. And they were the rejects of the culture. And so they weren't living for God for what they could get in life. No, they witnessed his resurrection, and they knew that through him, they too could rise above anything of this world. Like Paul, the early church did not chase the best or easiest life now. No, they chased the eternal crown. And so when you go through life's hard moments, remember those who came before you, those who were imprisoned for the gospel, those who were beheaded for the gospel, those who were rejected for the gospel, those who lost everything, who still found a reason to praise and follow God. And it will give you strength to endure whatever comes your way. And you can find joy through all times, just like Paul did.
Not that I complain of want, for I have learned in whatever state I am to be content. What a lesson. Oh, Paul, teach us. Teach us. I know how to be abased. He's been in prison many days. He's been in the sea a night and a day, floating, wondering if he'd drown. He's been stoned. He's been beaten with rods. He has been whipped with 39 lashes 5 times. Imagine what that back looks like. One time leaves your back like jelly. It heals after a few months. It happens a second time. Heals slower after a few months. Infection, fever. No antibiotics, no 911. Nobody understands. It heals. It happens a third time, same back. It heals. It happens a fourth time, same back. Slow, slow, slow healing. Now it's purple. And it happens one more time. That's the man who wrote this.
And after a life of persecution, the time came when Paul took his final walk. After stonings, after beatings, slander, he knew it would end this way, but he was ready. Because as he said, he kept the faith. He finished his race, and he knew that laid up for him was an eternal crown. And so, friends, no matter what comes your way in the future, no matter what you are going through right now, we have to embrace the mentality of the first Christians who lived for the crown. Because when you develop that early church mindset, you become unstoppable, and you find that nothing of this life can keep you down.